Chad, Monday. See, the guys are hungry. Alex, good morning. Cole, good morning. Sibongi Sisa. Honestly, I hope I didn't mutilate your name there, but I tried my best. How's everyone doing this morning? Neil van der Westhuizen up early this morning. Paco, good morning, chat. NFP week incoming, and we've got Mo as well. Good morning, Mo. The guy with the most pressure here in the office. There's ever a guy that's got pressure, it's Mo. Let's get a hashtag pray for Mo. Let's get a pray for Mo. Jeremy Liberty, morning Chris, in your area tomorrow and Wednesday. Can I bring the coffee entrance for afternoon catch up? Definitely, man. Bless the real MVP Mo. Honestly, Mo, what a diamond in the rough I found. Still busy sharpening him up, molding him. Real diamonds are formed in fire under pressure. Mo thought he was a piece of charcoal, but it was actually just a diamond in the rough. Currently molding and shaping him. Chad, good morning. Keeks, how's it going, man?
Nah, good, eh? No complaints this side. You?
No, all good. Just telling the guys here, Mo, the diamond in the rough diamond that we're busy polishing.
We see the potential in the fight.
Hey, no, but yeah, pray for Mo, the real MVP. I like that call. All right, guys, good morning. How was the weekend? Hope the weekend treated you guys well. Back to Monday. New start, new week. I hope all of you guys are refreshed and revived and ready for the week. Always remember, last week is in the past. Last week has got no influence on this week. So any success you may have had, any failures you may have had, has absolutely no bearing on this week. This week is a completely new week in terms of what you can do and what you cannot do. Only thing you can do from last week is learn from it and try and improve this week. And that's what we try and do every week, every day. Just trying to improve on what we are already doing. So with that being said, guys, new week. Already went through the economic calendar just later this afternoon. Some ISM 4 o'clock this afternoon out of the US. European session relatively mild, not too much going on. We just have some Spanish manufacturing PMIs, then also some out of Italy, and then also France. So not too much going on. Later this afternoon we've got the US ISM manufacturing PMIs, and then later in the week, let me just get through this. I think it is on Wednesday. We've got quite a bit of data coming out. I don't know why this thing is lagging. Let me just try and do this. Wednesday we've got composite PMIs as well in the afternoon. So today, Wednesday, quite busy, and then obviously the big one leading into Friday, NFP for the new month. Monthly candles closed on Friday, so big one NFP coming up this Friday. And I'm going to start with DXY on the weekly time frame. Let's jump straight into the analysis. So last week our bias was bullish on the week. This week again, nothing's changing for me. We've got this massive weekly wick to fill. Only question is, when do we fill it? Are we going to do something like this where we push up this week, take out that weekly high to then flip bearish? Or are we going to first create some type of bottom wick to later in the week start pushing up to fill this week? But on a weekly time frame, very interesting level we are trading at. Just looking left with me, this was the previous breakout. That was last year November, and we are also again almost going into October, November. So we are in October now, but again, this area right here looking left, some would say this is a weekly order block. This is, for me, it's just purely a level of structure where volume came in after we broke it. And again, we've got this weekly wick fill, which is relatively easy to read because there's a lot of open orders in that open wick. So I'm going to go with bullish on the week. Daily time frame, let's look at what we've got. So Friday closing week bullish. However, we are now trading bullish again, and we've got this daily resistance, potential daily resistance that we can go and test either today or in the week. We just need this level to hold on the daily, then this becomes a confirmed support area for me. No bottom wick on this current daily candle, so definitely expecting some type of bottom wick. Jumping down to the 5 minute, I've already marked out my weekly pivot levels. Let's see if we hold this level going into London Open. This is an important area for me. If we can hold this weekly pivot level, I will start looking bullish. Otherwise, we're going to get some type of deeper pullback before NFP. This is the 5 minute time frame. US30 jumping down straight to a weekly time frame. Let's see what we've got. So weekly on US30, seems like we've gapped up. Remember, first time I'm looking at the charts now this morning after we've had the open. So weekly time frame looking left, we've closed bearish below this previous area of support, closing bearish now, already testing that level. So I'm going bearish on the week. And where can we potentially target on the weekly time frame? Let me just pull this across. So from a weekly perspective, we can trade all the way down to 33,111. That could be our weekly target. How deep can we pull back? I don't know. I would love for this area right here to hold as some type of resistance and start trading lower. While we're on that, let's just quickly look at the Hang Seng Index overnight, trading minus 6.8%. So definitely some bearish order flow coming through the market. So can we get a continuation of that on US30 today? US30 daily time frame, let's quickly look at it. Daily on Friday closed bearish. And what's interesting for me is we closed bearish. Go and watch Friday's stream. I mentioned where we can push up all the way to come and retest that level to still flip bearish. I think it was during the morning analysis where I said, guys, please note we can push bullish all the way up to then flip bearish. Go and watch it, quote me on it, tag me in it. You'll see we discussed that. So bearish on the day for me. We broke structure on Friday. We've gapped up now, which is very interesting for me. So I'm bearish on the day while Friday's high is respected. So again, we can push up into that wick to then continue bearish. Only way I can get bullish on this market on a daily time frame is if today's daily candle closes something like this, and then we've got some type of break of structure to the upside. So that is what I'm looking at on US30. 5 minute time frame, where are we on the 5? We are at the weekly pivot already now. Asia lows, the daily pivot. So I would say any breaks and closures below Asia low today I'll be looking for shorting opportunities. I would not necessarily look at longs as of yet. Also, we've got this open gap right here. When do we fill it? That is something that has yet to be seen. NASDAQ quickly jumping down to a weekly time frame. Weekly, weirdly enough, closing bullish, not closing bearish like US30, but again, that is just a weekly support that can be broken this week. No bottom wick on this weekly candle, so you can get something like this on the weekly where we close bearish like this, massive top wick, even breaking last week's high and then continuing lower. So I am going to go with bearish on the week. One weekly bullish candle is not enough for me to confirm the support, so I'm going to go bearish on the week. On the daily time frame, I am going to go with bearish as well, even though we closed bullish on Friday. I'm going to show you now why I am bearish on the day, due to the fact that we closed bullish but closing below this previous area of resistance right there. Also no bottom wick on this daily candle. Could be wrong, this thing can push up the entire day, but that is also fine. I'm going bearish. I'm thinking that we can potentially come back to retest last week's low, these flat body support areas right here. So that is what I'm looking at. 5-minute time frame. Let's quickly look at where we are on the 5. So currently trading Asia lows, holding that. Daily pivot just below the Asia low, so anything below here, breaks of structure below the daily pivot, I will be considering shorts this morning, and we will set our alerts a little bit closer to the open. USDJPY. Keeks, did you want to share anything on US30, your analysis? Then I can jump over to...
Nah, yours is pretty spot on to what I'm looking for as well.
Okay.
Definitely bearish. This thing's gonna waterfall from now.
Okay, sweet. USDJPY, let's quickly look at that on a weekly time frame, already filling last week's wick. Again, last week we mentioned that we've got this entire wick that we can potentially fill if we continue bullish, and then we now have this broken area of resistance. So we can even do something like this week, where we push all the way down to come and retest that area, even the weekly S1, to then flip bullish. But again, I am remaining bullish on this market on the week daily time frame. What do we have? Friday closing bullish, creating some type of support. No bottom wick. I hate it when there's no bottom wick. I love it if a daily candle has got a bottom wick. Just shows me that there was already liquidity generated below the daily open. So very tough trading at last week's high, looking for continuations. But again, last week Monday we had exactly the same thing, and that thing just ran away. So I am bullish on the day. And on a 5-minute time frame, let's jump down to the 5 and see where we are. 5-minute time frame, Asia high is currently being respected, already trading at the daily resistance level R1. Daily pivot and weekly pivot sitting all the way down here at 149. Can we get that deep? I wouldn't like it if we go that deep. I would say I would monitor Asia lows for any buy continuations, but as of now, very tricky to be trading this extended. Also 149.80, very close to the round number, but we'll monitor it. Nothing that excites me on that pair this morning, but we'll see how it develops. Pound yen weekly time frame, very interesting price action. So pound yen from a weekly perspective, we've broken down that area of support. Now we are potentially trying to create some type of support right here, and overall this market is still bullish, but we can get deeper pullbacks on it. So from a weekly perspective, I am gonna go with bearish again, even though we closed bullish right here. The reason being is that from these lower highs right here, we've broken that structure now, and I want to see something like this happen in coming weeks to then potentially get a deeper pullback, because all of this is unmitigated areas of demand, and I want to see a deeper pullback. If you look at this move up, we haven't even had a 50% retrace. We're still currently trading at the yearly highs, so I'm going with bearish on the week, and I want to see if we can break structure lower. Let me see what we've got going on a daily time frame. So clearly here you can see from a daily perspective, jumping down to the daily time frame, we've had this break of structure. So after break of structure, coming back to retest this area. So if we can start failing here today at this 182.80 level, are we going to get some type of pullback to come and retest last week's lows, or are we going to find some support in this intermediate broken resistance area? So the range that's going to determine where we will be trading to this week is this little range right here, because if we get a secondary pullback and we find support where we broke out last week at 181.80, then very likely we can snap this bearish momentum to the downside and we can get another break of structure to the upside. So I'm just going to go with the flow that we've got going on. And also if you go to a line chart, let me just show you that. So here you can clearly see some type of double top there, lower highs being formed. This is a line chart on the daily. Lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, still continuing bearish, and this is just a secondary pullback, or this could be the change of market structure, but nothing signaling that for me as of yet. So area that I'm monitoring today is this area of support that got broken, and let's see on the 5 minutes. So daily time frame, we are still technically bullish. We closed bullish on Friday, but rejecting that area. But 5 minute time frame is going to give us some more clues. All right, trading above the daily pivot, currently testing Asia highs. Only way I will be looking for buys is either if we come back and we hold the daily pivot, or we get a clear move above Asia highs and later on we do a full retest. So gold, all right, so last week we were bearish. This week again we are bearish. No top wick though. Are we going to get a massive pullback back to the upside, 1890, to continue lower, or are we just going to continue lower to this 810 level to then find support and start with the pullback? As you can see, gold has been pretty straightforward, making lower lows, lower highs, giving us a nice pullback after say 3-4 weeks of downside momentum. So this is on the weekly time frame. You'll see that from these highs, after 3 weeks of decline, you get some type of pullback. Here again, 3 weeks of decline, pullback. Here you had an extended decline, 4 weeks, then only the pullback. This is our first week breaking structure lower. So can we expect a pullback now already, or are we just gonna waterfall all the way down? I would say very probable that you can get some type of deeper retest of 1890. Otherwise your first downside target 1810. So I'm going bearish on the week daily time frame, clearly closing bearish on Friday as well. As Keegan also mentioned, on Friday short-term buys, but still bearish to the downside. Only thing for me on the daily time frame, it is clearly bearish. I would say 1855 today. Why 1855? Look left with me. That was a previous area of daily resistance. If I pull it all the way through, you will see that previously this was an area that if it got broken to the downside, price continued lower, and if it broke to the upside, price continued higher. So 1855, that is your key level for the day. And jumping down to a 5-minute time frame, what do we have? That's also very close to the daily pivot, that 1855. So can we get some type of deeper pullback to 1855? Asia lows already taken, quite interesting. So I would be inclined to see some type of deeper pullback before I continue selling. I wouldn't necessarily want to sell Asia highs because we are so low already. I would love for some type of pullback higher today and tomorrow to then continue the selling. I'm gonna head over to Keegs. For Keegs, if you can just show us what you've got going on gold, and then right, Keegs, you live, give it to us.
Perfect. So guys, Chris was actually pretty spot on, so I think we started to rub off on each other here. But literally identical almost to what I'm looking at. So if you can see, guys, on the daily and the weekly, we clearly broke this previous weekly key level with a solid closure below. So now obviously bearish momentum is still there the whole time. If you go over to the weekly, you can clearly see all that momentum's there. So I'm definitely bearish on the day. But now what happens is when we go to the 4 hour, what I'm going to look for is a pullback to about this 1856 area. So very, very similar to where Chris is, and the only reason I'm looking at that area was that is basically what caused our waterfall effect here. That is the area where we broke away from this zone and carried on. So I would love for us to break Asia highs, move back into that area of 55, 57 and retest from there. So I will not look to go long in a very bearish market like this. But yeah, just to keep it short and sweet, that would be my move, guys. So literally aiming up. And if we look here on the day, the pivot is there as well. So I would look to go up to there and sell that off till about 1810. That would be my weekly target. So with all the news we're having, we could get one big sweep in New York. It might maybe take 2 days, it could take 1 day, but it is definitely a possible play to look for something like this. Break above Asia highs, you can almost get a retest, come here, find support, even if you want to say fake out, and then literally waterfall all the way down. So that will be my play for the day, guys.
Shot Keeks, that's gold from K Riz. And going over to pound USD, weekly time frame, let's quickly run through it. 10 minutes left till the open. So weekly on pound USD, last week we were bearish due to the fact that we closed below the most recent area of support. Looking left, also remember I marked out this zone, so I said anything below there or any retest there, I'll still be looking short. So what do we have now? We've got clean traffic all the way down to, I would say, this level right here. And why that level? Because that was an area of interest previously. Look at that massive rejection of that level. From here, massive move to the downside. Apologies, let me just pull that through. See there, once we broke below it, and then here for almost, when was this? At the start of the year, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks that this acted as a resistance area before we broke through it. And once we closed above it, then price started moving to the upside. So we can get a deeper pullback today. It is NFP week. We can even break last week's high, trade all the way back up into the 1-2-300 level, and then continue lower. I love a wick fill like this because a lot of retail is going to try and buy this because we've already had 4 weeks worth of decline. So a lot of guys are wanting to buy this. I see this wick as an easy target to the downside to get filled. But again, remember, Monday, Tuesday usually creates the top wick of the weekly candle, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday creates the actual distribution of that move. So weekly time frame bearish, daily time frame I am going bearish as well. Let me just do something like this. bearish due to the fact that we created this resistance. I don't know what they call this. Is this a dragonfly doji, evening star? I don't honestly know all of the terminologies. All I know is that I'm looking at the wicks. I'm looking that this is potentially a resistance area that will be confirmed once this daily candle closes. Also looking to the upside, every daily candle, bullish daily candle, has been sold into all the way back going to the end of August. You'll see that all the bullish daily candles have been sold into. So again, I don't expect anything else unless the lower time frames show me that. So bearish on the day, bearish on the week. It is Monday, however, we can get deeper pullbacks. Already looking relatively bullish, trading above the weekly pivot, trading above the Asia highs. So I'm going to go with that Monday, Tuesday pullback. And if we hold Asia highs, hold the weekly pivot, I'm going to try and trade this back to 12300, where we will continue to look for shorts, already taking out Asia lows. So this is where you don't marry your bias. You look at what the lower time frames are telling you. And this for me is a very clean setup. Also very close to the round number. So this could be our potential trade, 2195. That is our weekly pivot. And also the Asia highs. If you go into the Discord chat, in the trading plan, you will hear me talk about potential continuations above the Asia high. This for me is a clean break above the Asia highs. We didn't struggle here. We weren't ranging here. We cleanly broke it. So if we get a retest, I am more than willing to try and take a punt on it. And we can target the daily pivot level, and if we can get through the daily pivot level, then obviously R1 is next up. And some of the SMC guys obviously have some type of order block right there, so we'll trade it up to their order block, and when they try and sell it, we'll just sit out. We already caught our pips. So USD ZAR, what an absolute shit show on the week. Weekly time frame, all I can say is this is just all a consolidative range. We've got 5 minutes to the open. Quickly gonna blitz through this. I've got no bias on this, to be honest. When I sent out my weekly newsletter, I honestly mentioned I'm not even gonna try and say I think this or that. I am neutral on the week. 19 Rand, the key level. We've been trading around that level for almost 6 weeks. The weekly, however, did close bullish, but it closed below this previous area of resistance right there. Can we get a wick fill? I don't know. Jumping down to the daily time frame, Friday closing bearish. We've got this area of potential support that we can come and retest today. So on a daily time frame, I will go with bearish. On a 5-minute time frame, I will not yet go with bearish. The accumulation distribution still pointing somewhat to the upside, and I would first want to see us clear these lows and then a potential retest of Asia lows, daily pivot. I will be looking short, but nothing clean here for me. Euro USD, last two almost there, and then we can start looking at some trading opportunities. Euro USD weekly time frame still bearish, even though we closed above this area of support. Looking left with me, that was a previous area of support. 4 weeks in a row, tested that level, shot to the upside. Are we going to get something similar where we keep punching this level up until the bears give up? But major bottom wick to fill. How deep can we push up to the upside? I would say we can push up all the way to 106.40. Looking left, that was this previous wick area. There was a wick right there. We had the support being formed there, and then also we had major rejections to the upside, and then once we broke through, we started going bullish. So bearish on the week, Euro USD. And then daily time frame, let's look at it from a daily. So daily, clearly this is now a valid support. However, if you understand candles, you will see that from this strong daily candle closure, let me just do this. From the strong daily candle closure, the candles are getting smaller in volume and you're starting to get top wicks to the upside. So technically we should still be bullish on the day. We've got this wick to fill and we have yet to fully retest this area 106.40. So I am weirdly enough going with a bullish bias on the day, and then a 5-minute time frame. This aircon is absolutely mauling me with the heat. Let me just put it off. So from a 5-minute time frame, trading above the weekly pivot, trading above the Asia highs, I would say buy continuations if we get a retest of Asia high and the weekly pivot. First area of interest would then be your daily pivot to see what we do there, and then we can get some type of deeper pullback to the upside, and then just German 30, and then we are done. I don't know how German 30 creeped onto the list, but a lot of you guys were asking for it, so here you go. German 30, last week we were bearish due to the fact that we closed below that previous area of support. This week again I will remain bearish up until we fill this wick. However, I'll also mention looking left with me, if you see that area right here, this was an area of contention. We closed bearish above that. I don't consider this to be a swing low. We are still bearish. What I like for a swing low is if we take out a previous weekly low, basically faking out the breakout traders, and then we close bullish. So that for me, that's something that ICT teaches. I don't take credit for it. I got it from his material where he talks about swing lows and swing highs, and that is how I use it as well. Where ICT got it, I don't know, but nonetheless I'm bearish on the week. Daily time frame, daily we technically bullish. So we've got this wick to fill, we've got this previous area of support that got broken down, we've got the daily 200 EMA here as well being tested. We've got a gap up. Is that gap still open? Let me check on the 5-minute time frame. Gap is still open. All right, so Asia lows being tested. I would say any rejections, I would say the better sell setup if we can push up to Asia highs daily R1. This is your higher probability sell setup. Otherwise, any breaks and closures below the Asia lows, something like this right here, some type of structure being formed, you could target this gap fill. But yeah, I would say it's technically still bullish on the day. However, my 80 is now starting to flip bearish again, so I can't be buying into that. But that is the analysis, guys. Rapid fire. What is it? 30 minutes. Markets are open and we are in motion. And let's see where we are. Yolandi, good morning. Hein, good morning. Calvin, Henry, Bron, Filmar, goeiemorgen my friend. Good morning everyone. Markets are live. DXY trading below the weekly pivot. Pound USD, are we gonna get some type of pullback? Still a massive open gap here as well. Maybe we get that Asia high sell. Very interesting. Technically JSE should be negative to start the day. Let's see what the JSE is doing. Relatively flat on the day, no open gap, just a tiny little open gap. I'm going to use the JSE as a gauge for NASDAQ and Dow going into this morning, and that will give us some type of clue as to where we could go next. Guys, the giveaway is live. We've had already quite a number of guys entering. Please check my latest post on Instagram. Link is in the description, where we will be flying out one of you guys to the office and you will receive a funded account. And then also Discord link in the description. We're gonna get a nice little sticker on here as well, so join the Discord community, growing every day. Got a lot planned for it. The only thing is getting the time to actually produce what we want to produce on there. But already what's posted there, a lot of value already given. Guys giving me good feedback, back testing what we share there, seeing the value already. So be sure to check that out. Han van Deventer, Chris, what is your opinion on trading bank holidays? For today's example is a Canadian bank holiday. Would you trade CAD pairs? Absolutely not, Han. But on the one hand, I've actually seen, so if you think about it, let me put it to you this way. I've seen it where there's a pound holiday. And obviously the US market is open. So thinking from it from just a business perspective, real transactions going on. So I haven't tested the theory, I've just seen it. I still need to back it up with data. But for instance, pound holiday, USD is open. And then what I've seen is that the US dollar would strengthen against the pound that day, purely due to the fact that this market is open and this That's a pleasure. Han will also be joining us very soon on the one Friday. And then we've got Laz joining us very soon as well. I don't know if Laz is in the chat. Laz is not a trading mentor or anything. He's got his own training business, Matrix Multisport, but he's been trading for quite a number of years. And I would like to get somebody in that is in the hustle, running their business, trying to make trading work. And I think that is a very good insight, because a lot of you don't trade full-time, and I think it would be very motivating to get somebody on like that. And maybe one day we'll get Keegan on as a guest as well, even though he's on here. Put Keegan in the hot seat as well. I think that would be good as well.
guys can get their questions ready.
Ask the man some tough questions. And then this Friday we've got Chris Bradell and Duano, two familiar traders as well. I've reached out a little while back to Chris. They're also doing very good work, and we'll actually share some more in the week on them. And again, as I've mentioned, I do not bring on anybody that I think can do harm to the trading community. I only bring on people that I trust and that I feel can actually provide value to the trading community. So anybody that I bring on here is somebody that can be trusted. You won't find scammers on here. And again, if we are inviting a scammer on here, it's purely to expose them and ask them some hard questions. But other than that, you will clearly see who is legit and who is not. So Chris Bradell and Duano this Friday on the opening bell. Looking forward to it. I've got a YouTube channel, I think it's called All In, doing very similar work to what Mr. Beast is doing. I watched some of this stuff a while back, where they went to a shopping center and gave some of the people, say 5 minutes or whatever it is, to buy something and they paid for it. So doing good work with that as well. And then I also have their trading communities. Ian van Deventer sending 3 signals in the chat. USD CAD buys. At B and close 25%. USD CAD buy. Stops are at break even. Where did this man buy from? 5,620. Oh shit, we've got a sniper in the chat, guys. Ian van Deventer, German sniper 1. Catching this thing on the tip. Rand 10 pips, stops to break even. I would say that's just me. So if I was taking this trade, Asia lows right there, above the 200, I would wait for the 15-minute shuffle, because this thing can stop you out at break even and do something like this. So if I was trading USD CAD, Asia lows is valid for buys, 80 trading bullish. You had this massive decline, so I would wait for a break of structure here, and if you get that break of structure, very clean trade to the upside, and if it holds Asia lows, then something like this would be my entry model for it. I actually think it is much better if it takes out the session low and then pushes to the upside, because then all of those early buyers, all of those snipers are taken out, and then the guys that are just waiting for that little bit of extra confirmation, they can climb in here, and all of the early buyers are out of the market. So I like the idea of your trade. I know it's an order block sitting here, break of structure from there, but maybe give your trade a second chance. If it hits break even, I would say break of structure there, that is valid. I agree with it, and you can target Asia highs first, and if you can get through Asia highs, then obviously next one would be R1. 3 more minutes, daily shuffle will then come and go, and we can see where we are at that stage. Euro USD trading above the daily pivot. Does not seem like it wants to come and retest the weekly pivot, but let's see. Keeks, you don't have anything in range now for you?
Not at the moment. I had some that I like just missed out on earlier, but for now I'm still waiting for anything to come to my POIs.
Yeah, we're not gonna entertain scammers. That is obviously counterproductive to what we're trying to do here. Trying to give out free value, trying to help traders, and the reason why I'm so passionate about what we do is, like, I've been there, I've been through the dark times. A lot of you have heard my story. So for you guys to basically finance somebody else's lifestyle, and there's nothing wrong with signals, guys, there's nothing wrong with selling a course, all of that is necessary, but my thing is, if you are selling signals, selling courses, and you're doing it to the detriment of others, where you know your product is not good, why do it? Why not just say, look, I can't trade, I live off the signals, but don't act like you don't need the signals. Don't bite the hand that feeds you and tell your clients that I am not gonna do signals, this and that, I don't need the signals, but then you still punt them something that they need to pay for. So what are you paying for? And if you're going to close a lifetime signals group, just say that it's the lifetime of the business, close down the business, and then that is the life of the business gone. But don't make up stories saying that you are not going to provide signals because it takes up too much time, and you started trading for time freedom, and now all of a sudden, after your signal subscribers paid for your lavish lifestyle, you've made some bank, and now all of a sudden they are the enemy, expecting signals from you. But that is what you stated, you're gonna give them lifetime signals. Lifetime of what? Your life or the life of the business? Melissa Bosman, good morning guys. Gold had a dip. Do you think it's gonna reverse back up? Melissa, at this stage, I would say it's better to wait for deeper pullbacks to sell, because the move up could be very knee-jerk, where it is grinding, ranging, grinding, but overall the market structure is still bearish. We mentioned 1856. This is the area that you can put some alerts, and even a little bit higher. But I would say very dangerous to buy from here, but you could go for it. Asia lows. Mona, so the time frame I use is from 1 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock in the morning. Again, this is a concept shared from ICT. I've basically used a lot of concepts from various different sources. This AD accumulation distribution strategy is also something that's available on the internet. You can literally go and type in pivots, accumulation distribution. I'm not taking any credit. The only credit I take is using the various different elements and creating a trading setup for myself. So believe it or not, there's nothing proprietary in trading. Somebody's using a strategy that he got from someone, or it's already available on the internet. There's nothing new. Nobody can come out and say they've got this proprietary trading strategy that no one has ever seen. There's going to be elements of that strategy that's already been done. There's some traders in SA that were trading the quarters theory, the half round, the round numbers, and stating it as their own. The quarters theory has been around for quite some time. Half round numbers, round numbers, I know traders selling courses on that as well, saying that getting their clients to sign NDAs because that strategy is so powerful and nobody knows about it. Half round numbers, round numbers, the 50, the 80, again, that is ICT. Where ICT got it from, I don't know. But again, I'm not going to mention names, but I know exactly who those traders are that's trying to sell that as this magic formula, just trading number structures. All right, getting that pullback. DXY, can we get a pullback back to the weekly pivot, even potentially back to the Asia lows? And then we will look at executing. Guys, and feel free to ask questions here in the chat, or you guys can even jump onto the Discord and at the only chart section, send in your charts, send in all of your questions right there, and we can answer it on stream. We've got 2.5 hours every day. Apologies, I can't get back to all of your messages, so feel free to send it in the only chart section or even the banter section. Tag me, tag Keegan, and we can answer your questions there. You can feel free to send in a chart as well on the Discord or even here in the chat. That little camera icon on the top right hand side of your screen, if you click that, it will give you a copy link, or you can literally go Alt plus S, and that's also going to copy the link, as you can see there, and then you can post that in the chat and we can run through your chart. Every time I hear only charts, I think of a sexy chart for some reason. There are some very sexy charts in that section of the Discord. But again, thank you so much for all of the support, guys. I think the Discord community is sitting at 137 members already, and still going strong. Keegan mentioned if we hit 1,000 members in the Discord, he will actually open up OnlyFans, but only for a week, where he'll be doing a full pose in a G-string, a leopard string G-string. It will only be valid for a week. You can send it to your girlfriends. All proceeds of that is going towards the office, and maybe if we get to 2,000, I will jump in there as well. I'll potentially jump in there with a Borat suit as well, and then maybe we'll even give all of those funds away to charity. That is something we should consider. And if we get to 3,000, Mo said he's definitely in a Borat suit as well. just to add some diversity to the picture.
Yes, yes.
And I will be very concerned if some of you subscribe to that OnlyFans. Gigs 1,000.
Okay, wait. What are we talking here with 1,000?
If we hit 1,000 members on Discord, you have to do an OnlyFans account. And you have to do some poses in a G-string.
we can talk about it.
He didn't say no, guys. He didn't say no. There is a chance. Keegan could retire us all in this office, but he wants us to work, so no OnlyFans. I told Keegan I'll be his manager for OnlyFans, but
you know, we can bring out the real special guest, and he can go there in the bar shit, and that is Jay Rizzle for the ladies with the sizzle.
gold G-string. Shit, we're gonna get Jay Riz. Alright guys, opening shuffle has come and gone. I'm just waiting for a deeper pullback on GBP USD. We've got this area of imbalance, or all of this open air right here, so at least a pullback to Asia highs, also the weekly pivot. So we'll be patiently waiting. Only 24 minutes till London open, or since the London open, so no rush. I know some of you are already licking your lips saying, Chris, when are we buying, when are we selling? I'm already in buys. Why are you not buying yet? Because it's not at my level. Keenan Benjamin, good morning gentlemen. Chris, I will take one for the team. Neil, don't lie, you're not taking one for the team. You just want to show off that young ripped body. You just want to actually put us dad bods to shame. Yourself and Keegan. GJ also rejecting those Asia highs nicely on 15-minute. Yeah, almost my only thing with the Asia highs right here, I tend to trade some type of structure break, and it's very difficult for me. Even if we break structure here, we're trading very close to the daily R1 and the round number, so it becomes a lower probability trade for me. I would love to get it from either the daily pivot, which is Asia mid-range, or even the Asia lows, so this becomes a lower probability trade for me. Reason why I like pound USD so much is that we've had already the manipulation of Asia lows already being taken, so the breakout trade is getting faked out there. A very strong move to the upside, trading above the EMAs. The accumulation distribution also starting to turn bullish, as you can see here. Nice little bullish momentum to the upside, and all we need is a nice retest of the Asia highs, which is also relatively close to the round number, so that gives me a lot of confluences to take this long. But again, this thing can break structure, it can run away from us. I'm perfectly fine with missing out on that. It is Monday. I'm not in a rush to get into anything. Any courses available from your side, guys? This is a course every single day. you are getting a course here every morning on how to establish your weekly bias, how to establish your daily bias. You're already 50% there. The next thing on the course we give every day, it's a 5-course meal we provide here every single day, is that you trade live with us. And all you need to do is we put all of the food on the spoon, and if you just keep your mouth open, don't bite at the spoon, wait for us to put the spoon in your mouth, and then you take a bite and you will be fine. But some of you are chomping at the spoon while the spoon is being brought to your mouth. You're already chomping. But yeah, Melissa, we trade live here. All of the trades we take them live as we manage them. So I suggest see what we do, join the Discord. In the Discord there's a trading plan with a strategy. When do we swallow? When we close the trade, that's when you swallow, when we move stops to break even. But honestly guys, this is most probably one of the most transparent streams there is in SA. I honestly don't know of any other South African traders calling out trades live as they happen. And I'm not saying everybody should stream, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying there's something wrong with you if you don't live stream your trades, but I'm just saying from our side, I give the trade as I enter it, I manage the trade with you, I close the trade in front of you. Myself and Keegan has got nothing to hide. Our lives are not in danger. We don't have to wear masks because it is dangerous for traders out there. Because if it is so dangerous out there but you are so loved, something does not add up. But let me not get into that, guys. All I'm saying is if you need bodyguards as a trader but you've got such a big community, technically you should be seen as a hero because you are providing so much value. So why would I be scared? My office is in 189 Cape Road, Port Elizabeth, Mill Park. I'll show you exactly where we are because I'm not scared, because I'm not scamming. I am not selling bullshit right here. 189 Cape Road. You will get us here every day. Open office. Come drink a coffee. Right here, guys. 189 Cape Road. That's our location. Pop in. The only entrance fee is a coffee. So right here, that's obviously off the wall. Our signage is nice. So I'm sitting right there. So if you want to take a swing at me, please come in to the office. Let's chat about it. 189 Cape Road. If you want my home address, I can send it to you as well. Golden Spoon Chris, EU has a big push up potential to reverse in NY. Keenan, definitely you can get some type of reversal. As mentioned, I want to buy pound USD, also potentially buy euro USD Monday, Tuesday, creating the top wick or the bottom wick for the weekly candle. So we are bearish on the week. So today and tomorrow can create the top wick on the euro pairs. Jeremy Limited, laugh my ass off, Chris. Yeah, I don't understand a lot of the stuff that's going on in the industry. Melissa Bosman, wow, that's close to where I am. Melissa, then you should pop in with some Seattle coffees and come chat to us. Keegan already had a Seattle, he didn't even bring me one this morning, but that's fine. Alex, love the transparency, guys. Would love the opportunity to link up one day and talk trades. Alex, you're already linking up with us here, but if you want to come into the office, you've got the address. But for real, after back testing, I'm excited for the trade week because your stuff is fire. No, the fire is you back testing it, putting in the work. That is what is fire, because a lot of guys will look at it, won't act on it. They will sit here, they will wait for the trade. Nothing wrong with that as well, but tap yourself on the back for back testing, taking what is being shared here and applying it to your trading. Can we come anytime, Chris? Paco, obviously you can't come in now, but anytime, I would say after 12, between 12 and 2. You can also just make an appointment as well, info P at vaultmarkets.trade. Please make an appointment there with Kate, and then we can see you in the office. But I've got an open door policy, guys. I'm not hiding here. Do not think I'm hiding. I drive a M340. I think my registration is JFZ, if I'm not mistaken. First stream, looking forward to many more. TMA market analysis, beautiful, man. Thank you for joining. Keenan, Chris and Keeks, what's the regular at Seattle? I just take a tall oat milk cap, 2 sweetness. Keegan takes a grande cap. Sweetness, no sweetness, Keeks?
2 sugars.
2 sugars for Keegan. Keenan Benjamin. It seems that Keenan Benjamin wants to surprise us with some caffeine. I don't know if that's against the rules. Maybe there should be a disclaimer that the entrance fee has got nothing to do with Vault Markets, but it's purely a thing for the 2Gs. So bring the coffee at your own discretion. Please note that no financial advice will be given if you provide the Seattle coffees. The coffee from Seattle is purely for consumption purposes and for the enlightenment of the mind and the body. So bring those coffees at your own risk. Gigs, I don't know, should we put a disclaimer on that?
You know, I could see like the Vault office in like Cape Town, and then they're gonna start complaining like, where's their Seattle and shit?
But guys, it's Monday. Keenan, I don't mind you popping in, bro. I'm still waiting on Laz for those coffees, but he did bring the last time. Laz is not. Chris, is the prop firm live? No. And the reason being is we're still waiting for 2 PSPs. The prop firm is live. We only have crypto payments at this stage. We're not launching with that. So hopefully this week it is literally just the PSPs we're waiting for. When I'm on P, I'll definitely come pop in. Please do, Keenan. Keenan has also been a regular here on the streams. Garth Burst, do you trade indices? Yes, we do. We definitely trade indices. 100% we do. Did I miss anything? Alright, Garth, are you from the US? I can just see in the manner that you talk that you are from the US. Am I correct? Oh yeah, sorry. Top 3 prop firms in your opinion. I didn't want to make this guys, so here's my thing. I don't like stirring shit in the industry, but sometimes there's a call to act. I'm from Josie. No, Josie acts up, bro. Hey bro, was that Cape Town, Keeks?
No, that's 100% Joburg. The Joburg boots.
But bro, yes. Alright, so top 3 prop firms. So firstly, you guys are wanting me to stir stuff up here. But while we wait for our trades, let's stir the pot properly now. Let's not mess around with this. Let me just log into my Twitter. And I'm gonna give this guy a lot of I don't even know what my Twitter handle is. Let me just see. What is this? I don't know, but let me just get. We're gonna talk about prop while we wait. There's a lot of time here. Let's talk about it. Let's stir the spot. Let's stir the spot properly. All right. Let's just quickly see where our trades are. All right. Let me just set some alerts because this is gonna get juicy. Stay around.
This conversation can go for a while.
Yeah, let me just set our alerts so you guys don't stress. We're gonna not miss anything.
But your King, I wouldn't say they're number one. Just starting off there, they are not number one. They have been around the longest, but not number one.
USD ZAR, interesting. Okay, now we're gonna wait for sorry, just one more alert, guys, then we're gonna get into the prop firm discussion. And let me just maybe put a disclaimer that anything that I share here is not the view of alt markets, but these are my own views and opinions shared. Please do not take it as financial advice. It is purely my opinion. Please do your own homework on what I share here, because we are rattling some cages and there's some legal threats coming in, so let's just make sure that we keep it. Let me just firstly get into Twitter before we do anything. Where's Mo? Is Mo in the chat? Mo, please just bring me my Twitter logins, or let me just see. Or not Twitter, X. Let me just see what is my username. Alright, let me just log in here and I'm gonna share some interesting things for you guys about the prop firm cartel. Bro, what is this? Let me just try and get it in there. Do you guys believe the prop firm industry is a cartel? I will show you now. Mo, sorry man, just ask Mo there for my Twitter password. Shouldn't send it in the chat though. Okay, check my WhatsApp. Appreciate it, Mo. Oh shit, okay. Almost there, guys. Then we're gonna stir the pot again on Monday. Already stirring the pot. And do you know why I stir the pot? Because I'm married to a lawyer. That is why I can stir the pot. I sleep with a lawyer every night. Not with her, but next to her. Yes, that sounds terrible. Actually, confusing the other married guy. Confusing the other married guys. You guys sleep together every night. We do it once a month. But anyway, guys, okay, let's get back to business. All right, guys. So there's a guy called Trader Bach. This guy right here, Trader Bach. Give him a follow. And so when we talk about prop firms, and I already see the numbers jumping up here, there's a company called Eastern Tech, and the owner of Eastern Tech is Angelo, the owner of Funded Traders. So over the weekend, I think over the weekend or last week, Lambo Roll closed his company. Angelo also mentioned they weren't seeing eye to eye. I think it's a money thing. I don't know, but they weren't seeing face to face. I think Lambo Roll saw what it is to have a prop firm, seeing the money that's being made. I think he had a bad deal with Angelo, maybe a bad cut, like a 30-70. He wasn't happy with that. That's why I think it's leveled up society or whatever it is that is closing down. Angelo, the owner of the Funded Trader, owns I think 6 or 7 prop firms. And Trader Bach, be sure to follow him. It's at Trader Bach. He is literally busy opening up some wounds for the guys. And also if you go to Angelo, Trader Bach is starting to put some heat on Angelo, because Angelo starting to take note of that, and a lot of his stuff that he's putting out is where he's talking about Eastern Tech, where he's talking about leveled up closing down. So there's a lot of heat in the industry. So not Rocket 21, what is it called? Is it Rocket 21, Keegs?
Yeah, I'm sure it's Rocket 21.
Yeah, so Rocket 21, the Funded Trader, Level Up Society. There's 6 or 7 that Angelo owns. The feedback that I've seen, so I haven't traded with any one of them except the Funded Trader I've traded with. But there's some feedback going on that they're doing some illegitimate stuff. So be sure to follow out this guy. Weirdly enough, the biggest winner from my Forex funds, is it my Forex funds? Yes.
Yeah, I think it is.
So the biggest winner out of all of that was FTMO, not the Funded Trader. So I can honestly say without a doubt, and this is not hearsay, this is directly from FTMO, that the principles that FTMO apply of treating your traders fairly is their #1 priority. So I'm not saying they're the best or not, but all I'm saying is that at the heart of everything they do, it is about treating their traders fairly. There's no dealer plugins in the back end trying to slip you. They're not trying to manipulate the trades. There's been a lot of rumors going around with Eastern Tech, Angelo being the owner, doing some illegitimate stuff with dealer terminals in the back end, slipping guys. So I'm not going to comment on it. All I'm saying is do your homework. Look at the CEO of the company. What is his credentials? Look at the feedback on the company. And even though we are launching a prop firm, I have to say without a doubt, somebody or a company that and I'm not promoting them, they are technically going to be our competition, but I honestly don't have anything bad to say about them, and that is my Funded FX. Also a very transparent CEO of the company, but I've tested them. I'm actually doing a 2-step evaluation with them now just to test them out, but nothing bad to say about them, to be honest. Very good company so far. Their website is clean, their dashboard is clean. But all I'm saying is Eastern Tech, Angelo, there's a lot brewing there. So just be very careful. FTMO, obviously the OGs, a lot of guys mentioned the 5%ers, I don't know them. The funded engineer, it's all about what they create for the traders. So if you're creating a fair environment for your traders, that is what it's about. But if you start declining payouts, if you start seeing weird manipulation, then obviously that is a red flag, and that is a lot what has been coming out with Eastern Tech. Eastern Tech is the holder of 6 prop firms, with the funded trader being the biggest one. I personally cannot, again guys, I cannot comment on this. I didn't have any issues when I traded in the past with the funded trader, so please, I'm not trying to knock down any prop firm. All I'm saying is this guy is doing very good, I wouldn't even say investigative journalism on it. He's just providing facts, states what people have said. Level Up Society closing down is not a myth here in Lambo Rolls Group. He's speaking on behalf of the Level Up team. And yeah, so I'm just saying the boat is being stirred. Be very careful with who you trade. Rolio Jack is the master of passing funded accounts, and he has been at war with a few trying to get his money. Should get him in for an interview. Straight up guy. Rolio Jack, what is his IG handle? Let's get Rolio Jack. Rolio, I've never heard of Rolio. It sounds like a stripper name, but I love it. Rolio Jack, the stripper turned trader. No, I'm kidding, guys. I'm just busy causing cuck here. Let's what is Rolio Jack's IG handle? So he's struggling to get payouts. I think that is something we need to discuss. Please ask Rolio Jack to contact me if you guys know him, or just share his IG handle. Let me try and find him quickly. I know what's the name.
I think the big question there is what prop firms is he with that he's battling to get payouts?
Also guys, one thing I have to say, what do I think about Blue Guardian? I've never worked with him, but I think so Jay that we've got in the office, he's worked with them, and I don't think he's had any issues. We can maybe ask Jay, but I know Jay has been trading with them. I know Ethan Garland, also another transparent trader, he's been trading with them, no issues. So I don't see. Rolio Jack is a master with his trading analysis. Shit guys, Rolio Jack sounds like the real deal.
This guy's getting hyped up here. I'm interested to know who he is.
Rolio Jack, the one and only Rolio Jack. Let's just check, guys. Is this Rolio Jack, the guy with 0 followers or 0 posts? YouTube, let's follow Rolio Jack. YouTube, let's see this man. 410 videos. I respect that, putting in the work. Videos, weekly market breakdown 2 days ago. I have been reported to the FSCA. What? Why would anyone report Rolio? This man is a ledge. Let's subscribe. Let's hit that bell icon. No lives, so Rolio, no lives, just doing videos. Wealth Creatives. Have I been blocked, or is that link broken? I don't know. Maybe Rolio blocked me. account's constantly being hacked. He's also most probably stirring the pot. But yeah, please ask Rolly. I would love to have him on. And let's see where we are with that.
Where is he from? Is he a South African guy?
Yeah, he's South African, I believe. FSCA license guy. Guys, just remember I'm also a FSCA license guy, but there's certain procedures to doing certain things. Especially when it comes to providing financial advice and getting paid for it. But yeah, I know Rydal Fix punts Rolio quite hard. And for Rydal to punt somebody, he needs to be a straight shooter. Alright guys, Asia Highs, we're currently testing it. You already know the drill. What are we looking for? We're looking for some type of structure. Either a push up, rejection, then the break of structure to the upside, or we are waiting for some type of W formation, something like this, and then the break. All in the Discord. We're patiently gonna wait for that. So if you go to the Discord education section, let me just pull it up. We're looking for a reversal trade buy. Let's bring it across here. So I don't like that. I must actually take it out. I've got a very low win rate with the engulfing candles. These two right here, these are the money makers, so we're waiting for that. I'm gonna run to the toilet, just knock off some water. Monday to Friday, 8:30 till after 11 these days, because trades come in late. Follow my boy Keegan in the description. Follow myself. Giveaway is live. We are flying one of you guys out. Please check my latest post on Instagram as well. A lot of entries already coming in. But GBP USD, let's see where we are. Let's see if we can grab this. But I'll be back, guys. See you guys now.
Yeah, Neil, just answering your question, yeah, I am affiliated and working with Deranged.
Yep, clickbait doesn't look legit. Cape Town Boyke Keeks, are you affiliated with Deranged? He is affiliated with them. Keeks, the guy's asking, are you affiliated with Deranged?
Yeah, I answered him already.
Oh.
Yo, these markets are quiet today.
Alright guys, GBP USD in zone. US30 rejecting Asia highs as mentioned. We are bearish on the day. Can we take it though? I'm gonna wait for Asia highs. Who sold the Asia highs on this? I wouldn't have, even though it's engulfing. Not a good setup for me. But yeah guys, if you use a prop firm, please have a look at the CV of the CEO. Go back, look at what he's done in the past, where he's worked in the past, how transparent he is, and also look at the portfolio of companies. End of the day, it is your hard-earned money you're spending, so please do your homework. Trading is already so hard. Why do prop firms need to make it even harder for guys? I don't know why. That is just purely greed, nothing else. While we're on that topic, what are some of the prop firms that you have traded with, and just give us a rating out of 10. So let's say for instance XX prop firm, and just something like this. What's the chat? Say for instance 7 out of 10. Your experience with them. Give me some feedback.
Oh damn, and you know, we're talking about this now. I actually only realized this over the weekend. My Forex funds, their whole website's down now.
Really?
Yeah, if you go search them, you can't find them. So I was constantly trying to find it this weekend. You find all like the fake accounts, but it's not theirs.
Temporary receivership. Oh. JC first said all my crypto was in FTX. Ooh. Dude, you know what? I saw FTX, and I never knew that this was the CEO. I never knew that Sam Bankman-Fried was or Fried. And I am like, how can you trust the guy that looks like this, bro? Like that. Like, no offense, but I don't know, bro. Like, what is this? Keeks, just to be honest, guys, just the looks. Let's be honest. I'm not saying you can judge a book by its cover, but I take a lot from how somebody's hair looks, whether they clean. The first thing, if I'm in a meeting with somebody, I look at their nails. Weirdly enough, that's a weird thing I do. If somebody's nails are dirty, like, I'm already thinking, dang, I can't trust this guy. But anyway, when I saw this was the owner, and then his girlfriend, when she posted, like, they asked her about whether she uses stop losses, this interview, yeah, I was like, bro, this is not gonna end well. Only needed elementary math to run the startup. Anyways, I'm not saying judge a book by its cover, but damn, what a scam. Went for the eccentric genius look. Edgar, you've got a lot of Silicon Valley tech guys, but ultimately, yeah, I don't know. Oh, SPF. That is tough, JC. Apologies for your loss. Alex, Mint funding 8 out of 10 would be higher, but I'm not big on the low risk they give, but good liquidity provider. The mentor, there's a solid oak, and when I was in his mentorship, there was a ton of payout proof. Yeah.
When you say low risk, how low are we talking here?
Let me check. My only thing, I'm not. Yeah, okay. So I know Mint, the guy. We'll chat about it now. What is the leverage? So the leverage is. They're not giving us the leverage. Is Mint funding that guy that also had a YouTube channel? So he went through. No, it's not this guy. It is, what's the other one? The M. It's also M. Maven prop firm. So this guy, yeah, weirdly enough, yeah, Maven, sorry, not Mint. I cannot comment on Mint, but the owner of Maven, this guy, yeah, yeah, let me not talk too much about it, but anyways, go back. Guy was struggling as a trader, and also live streamed a bit, but yeah, just ask yourself. Anton from Mint FX, 1 to 20 leverage. Yeah, I think it's because they are in the US, Alex. So the US and the UK, due to the FCA regulation, you can't give, even on the brokerage side, I think 1 to 25 or 1 to 30, but 1 to 20 is a little bit low. All right, guys, we've got some type of resistance being formed here. Can we get a nice little break, something like this, and then the next candle doing something like that? I would need a closure above 1 to 200, so I'm going to set some alerts there. I'll patiently wait for this level right here. Anyone else, guys? So we've got Mint FX 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10. Very good rating there from Mint. Anyone else? I will give my funded is it my funded FX? Yeah, my funded FX, I'll give them a very good rating as well. My funded FX really really solid. Even though we are launching a prop firm, there's nothing wrong with giving credit where credit is due. Chris, do you have any thoughts on Clint Fest and his profit? You guys are stirring.
I want to hear this.
Yeah, the Oaks are stirring the pot here. You guys want to stir the pot. Why are the Oaks stirring the pot? Yes, these Oaks, be honest, you guys just want drama. You guys are living for the drama. Yeah, I see it. I see you boys. Social trading pot stirring. Alright guys, so firstly, Clint Fester. All love Clint, but we need to chat. Yeah guys, I actually need to first chat to Vault before I'm scratching open wounds here. I am scratching wounds here, but alright, so let's go back to the rise of Clint Fester, and I'm gonna try and keep this as positive as possible. So Clint Fester started off his journey with Astro FX. So Astro FX, if you go 5 years back, let me just mute this video.
Join Discovery Bank and experience the most.
So 5 years back, if you go in Cape Town, birthday bash, I just want to show you 5 years ago. You guys do the math and you tell me who is this gentleman right here. Let's go back. Sean Lee, a man Nat or Nate or Nat. Let's go through this. Let's just put off the audio. Here it is as the boys enter. Who's this young gentleman here? The biggest fanboy of Astro FX. Who's that? Mr. Clint himself and his wife right there. Like, Sean Lee, we love you. So here's the thing, Clint tried to get them to SA to do a course. They didn't want to do it. Clint wrapped up their course into his own thing, selling basically just a rewrapped version of Astro FX's course. I don't know how well Clint did with that, but the ultimate thing for me that I think destroyed Clint's let's call it reputation was the bot that he sold. And if you go and check what Rydell has posted about that, I had no issue with Clint. I actually met him in Cape Town. I was looking for traders that could trade at that stage. Also, one of my stories is that I was trying to fund traders that are doing well with my own capital, going to a consultancy agreement with them, and I met up with Clint. I asked him to provide me some type of proof, like 6 months worth of trade statements, and he mentioned he does not have 6 months worth of trade statements. He deposits funds for the week, say $2,000-3,000, and That's his risk for the week. And then he would go with that 35k for the week, and it's either gonna make some good returns on it or he's gonna blow the account. And there's nothing wrong with it. A lot of people just deposit, but I think the dying blow for me was the bot that he sold. I think he sold it. The money he made from the bot is somewhere between 6 to 8 million. And the bot wasn't great because, again, I told you guys, if you're gonna sell a bot, you at least need like 10 to 20 years worth of backtesting data to see what the reliability of it is. So yeah, the guys got hurt with the bot, and I cannot say anything about his course. He was still a student with AstroFX while he was selling his course. That's just hustling. His signals group, I don't know how good the signals was. I paid 7,500 rand to basically go back on there to see his record. But all I can say, it was tough in the signals group. It was tough for the lads. Yeah, I think the bot thing hurt Clint's, but he's done a lot of good stuff as well. For instance, Shakil Samai, I think Clint gave him a laptop, bought him a laptop, funded his first account, if I'm not mistaken. So there's a lot of good with the bad. Maybe not bad intentions, maybe just ill managed in terms of selling the bot. I don't know, but the guys that bought that bot got absolutely wrecked, and there's nothing good I've heard about that bot. Rydell basically harassed him for weeks and months, up until the point where he blocked Rydell. So, but yeah, I did a podcast with Clint. I didn't ask him about that. I don't want to get into drama, but again, Clint, if you're watching this, if you guys are sending this to Clint, I honestly just think maybe a bad sense of judgment selling a bot that was not fully yet tested. If you've got at least 10 to 20 years of backtesting data, you've done the homework. And if you are going to sell a bot, rather say it is not fully automated, and maybe give like some type of a guide and say it's semi-automated. You need to do like some of your own analysis, but don't sell something that is not really good fully automated and it requires human intervention as something that's fully automated. If you guys hear what I'm saying. Clint's prop firm, I don't know, I don't even know he had a prop firm, to be honest. Took his course. I want to hear this. Garth, how was his course? I think depending on how long you go back, it's most probably the AstroFX course you took with the FestX logos on it. I would give the 5% as a high rating, but again, leverage is 1 to 6 or 1 to 30 on the aggressive. Dang. Okay. Yeah, the 5%ers, I've only heard good things about them, to be honest. I'm genuinely curious. Was his first bot still owes people 10k? Yeah, bro, I don't know. It's a good March. Gigs, like I said, the circle is very, very small. What is Will talking about? I saw this coming. Will, just provide me with some Will Silk. Check it out. I took it March this year. But anyway, yeah, no, so I don't have any beef with Clint. Like I said, the only thing is that bot, I think that bot hurt him a little bit in terms of his accountability towards the community. that's why it's very, very dangerous when you do certain things to rather be transparent and, for instance, tell the guys saying, look, we did only about a week's worth of testing on the spot. I don't know how good it is. Put in a disclaimer saying this thing could be very good, this thing could be very bad. But the thing with the trading community is people are struggling out there. To be honest, there's very... Yeah, let me not get into it. You guys wanna make me sad, yeah, for the state of the industry. Dustin, I'm not gonna check it out, to be honest. I already have my view, and yeah, I'm not gonna, but yeah, I promised myself over the weekend I'm not gonna get into any further drama with the guys. When I feel it to be necessary to protect the trading community, I will intervene, but I do not want to make this YouTube stream about us exposing people. Just do your own homework. If somebody can't provide proof of concept with either a MyFX link or with feedback or like a Trustpilot review or whatever it is, just like do your homework. There are good mentors out there, but there are also guys that do not have the traders' interest at mind. So,
Chris, Farmer Brown is back.
who's that?
Our friend
Really?
that doesn't like our son.
Is he in there again?
No, he just walked out.
Did he park across the street?
Yeah.
Bro, does that oak have like one outfit? Because I only see him in that.
We can start all of our beef. We can focus on him now.
Well, Soul, Trading Circle, we all know each other. For your information, Clint will never say he learned his skill from Astro, but rather says he's mentored by Q Banks. Alright.
In what world is he mentored by Q Banks? Like, you know, I've heard a lot of things.
Yes, the Oxy. I'm gonna give the floor a little bit to Keeks because I'm the one that's gonna get blitzed there. Keeks, you can stir the pot a bit. Like, my spoon is already so big with a lot of oats on it. Get some oats on your spoon.
You like targeting all the guys here.
I didn't. So just for the disclaimer, I did not bring up any. I was asking about prop firms. The guys asked me about Mr. Clint, and
but you know what, at the end of the day, like, you want to say you stir in the spoon, but you know what they say, if you made the bed, you must sleep in it. He's only done it to himself.
Will Sulk has also been in a chat for quite a while. Will, where are you from? Do you follow me on IG? Because it seems you are also well connected. Will Sulk. Let me see if I can find Will. I know there was another Cape Town trader that was also always taking the piss out of Clint. Will Silk. I think it's this guy, yeah, Will.Silk.
I'm sorry, but still, out of all of them, like, I will stir the pot till the pot falls over. But yes, our boy NASDAQ. What is going on? That man's died out. I
Who?
was saying to people the other day, a NASDAQ.
Billionaire.
Yeah, I mean the petrol prices have even hit him. The BMWs are just parked the whole time now. He's just driving his little Golfie around the whole time.
Guys, that's Keegan.
Millions. But the petrol bills, he can't afford it anymore.
Yo, Keegan, Cape Town boy, Kibru. Well, what is your handle on IG? Will has also. I'm actually gonna make Will a moderator because Will has been here for quite a number of streams. I can't find Will on.
I'm just saying, yeah. So for my side, also, guys, I know Chris is looking at GU, but for me, GU is also at a key level now. So if it can hold this level, I'll also look to go long.
No, he was actually he was actually the one day driving slowly in this one street behind me, and they were checking out the office. I honestly invited him to the launch event as well. Wanted to get him in the office here, but I don't know. Instagram world.silk. Let's quickly check. Oh,
yeah,
this.
I was hoping maybe you could have brought us like some Versace presents.
Well,
He seems to like just give them out.
Well, am I seeing it wrong? Your profile picture on YouTube and the profile picture in on IG look different. So it is you, okay? I've requested it to follow Will Silk, one of the newly modded moderators. Lots of white traders out there selling courses. Yeah, there's
so my one thing is so I know I think Jay and Hard and myself were talking about the one day. There's every guy that trades just because they've been in the industry for long. Let's say they've been trading for even 3 years, 4 years. They decide they want to start selling courses. But in the 4 years they've traded, they haven't been profitable 1 month. Yet they want to sell a course.
Yeah, let's keep the main thing here, guys. The focus here is to get some trades, get in and out of the market. Giveaway live for the guys that joined late. Please check my latest Instagram post. Link is in the description. Feel free to join the Discord as well. The link is also in the description there. And once the prop firm goes live, we will do some giveaways for you guys as well, and we will do some specific discounts only for the Discord group. It's not going to be public. And again, like I mentioned, we want to run the prop firm as transparent as possible, provide you guys with all of the stats, provide you guys with everything, and we're going to be here every single morning. So if there's cuck happening on the prop firm, we're not hiding our face. Hein, I don't know if Hein is still on the chat. Rewind back. I said this is a valid setup. Asia lows, I think you might have survived it, but yeah, this for me is a valid trade. I said it could retest that low, even break it, break off structure, there is your trade. Go back to the start of the stream again. Not hiding anything here, guys. I'm just providing the analysis. I'm trading the market as I see them. I'm not guessing. If I get clapped, I get clapped. I'm not stating that I'm perfect in any sense. All I'm doing is trading the way I've been trading, and I'm sharing it with you guys, whether you follow it or not, whether you get value out of it or not. Very honest with you guys. I would not have started the live streams if I was not comfortable in my ability to trade, because then I do more harm than good. That's why I wouldn't do a course as well now. I've done courses in the past, but I couldn't market. I'm not a marketer, unfortunately. I was too transparent. I did mentorships as well, but I spent so much time on the students that I got burnt out completely, because I really wanted guys to succeed. And you can ask guys in the past that have been mentored by me, spending hours and hours with them, making sure that they are on the right level. Experience is the best teacher, absolutely. Experience is only the best teacher if you learn from it. Otherwise, experience can not be a good teacher, and you can just accumulate a lot of bad experiences. But again, our strategy is very simple. If you follow the Discord and you follow the live streams, there's absolutely no reason for you to not enjoy your trading and to even make money. That is my goal with this, and myself and Keegan's goal is to bring the fun back into trading so that you enjoy it, make money, progress to that next level. Weather all good in P, very good. Garth, I wasn't here over the weekend, but Mutadi, hey Chris, what is your view on GBP New Zealand? I'm in a trade in longs. Let's quickly have a look at GBP New Zealand for Mutadi. Feel free to ask questions, guys, while we wait for our setups. Got a lot of time to burn. I just need to find GBP New Zealand here quickly. Mutadi. I'm going to do a quick top-down analysis here for Mutadi, starting off on the weekly time frame. And I would say on the weekly time frame, very interesting level that we are trading at. This level right here. This level here for me. My phone, sorry. This level for me is quite interesting because you can see that this was a previous area of resistance looking all the way back left, and now we were pushing bullish and we started our move down. So on the weekly time frame, very tricky right here, because we can either create some type of support here or we can start breaking down this level. So very tricky. However, my bias would be bearish on the week, dropping down to a daily time frame. Now we can refine that zone a little bit more cleaner for ourselves. So this area right here, now we can see on the daily we've closed below that. So on a daily time frame, I would technically be bearish, because looking left, we closed below that area. If you can see this area right here on the daily perspective. So then jumping to where we are at currently, we are holding the daily 200 EMA. So are we going to find some support here? I would only get long-term bullish if we can break this last structure from there. So if we can get a bullish daily candle closure, something like this today, then that would signal that very similar to one of our entry drills. Let me just show you guys for the buy side reversals. It is very similar to one of these setups right there. You see that setup there that we use on the 5-minute time frame? You can apply that to the daily as well in terms of your structure. So if we get something like that on the daily time frame, then we could argue that we could see some higher prices coming in, but currently it is bearish. I would say if you are in longs from where's your longs? GBP New Zealand. You didn't say where your longs are from, but this area right here, I would say you need
Chris,
to monitor that level. Yo,
you know it's about time to level up in our trading, eh?
why?
Check, yeah. We are inspired by the man, guys.
Alex G.
Yeah, this is the desk here, and every time we hit a TP, it is gonna go.
Where did you find that, dude?
I take a lot. I've been waiting for it for so long.
Goat. So looking at the longs, Mutari, it's looking good. We haven't taken Asia lows as of yet, so just need to be very aware of that. We have, however, taken Asia highs, and the daily pivot is sitting up there, but from that we can see that the accumulation distribution is pointing up. So I don't think it's a bad trade. All I think you need to do is you need to monitor your daily pivot level, these two levels. Firstly, Asia highs need to hold the retest, and then you need to see a break above the daily pivot, and that retest needs to hold. Then I think you've got a very good position, and you can trade this all the way back up to, I would say, even 203.90, this daily level right there. So depending on where you took it, not a trade I would have taken, but there's about 40-50 pips potentially on deck for you. So longs not looking bad. I would say just monitor your levels, and then obviously once you break through the daily pivot, your session highs here, if you don't want to see any rejections at that level, you want to see it fly through. Mutaria, I hope that helps, my brother. That is the rapid fire analysis on GBP New Zealand. Dream Chaser, I'm a year and a bit into trading. I've won and lost, but mainly been losing lately. Any advice? Should I focus on currency pairs or USD or NASDAQ? So Dream Chaser, what I would suggest is if you've been losing, so I'm going to start journaling in the Discord as well to show you guys how I journal. But for instance, let me try and open this up here for you. So you have to start journaling, and this is the way that I journal. I try and put as much information on the chart. I want to visually see how my wins look. I want to visually see how my losses look, because visually that reaffirms my bias. Because our cognitive bias, you've got your uncognitive and your cognitive bias. So you want to start seeing setups play out, and if you constantly winning with, let's say for instance, you only buy and you only look for structure breaks, something like this, and you see it play out multiple times, you're going to get comfortable with taking that trade. But this right here is where most of the traders fail, because if you are not journaling correctly, how are you going to be able to go and sit down after a week, after a month, and go through every single trade and say what was the good, what was the bad out of the trade? So I basically state my trade idea, what was my daily bias, why was I bullish on the day, because there was a break of structure on the daily time frame. The 80 was trading above the 200, price trading above the EMA, so showing bullish pressure. Asia lows was already taken and respected, retest. So try and put as much information on there as possible and start with the journaling, because if you can start thinking critically in your trading, because those losses all provide a story for you, and if you can go back critically and say, look, all I need to do is, I've been losing 80% of my trades. If I just did the opposite, I would have been winning 80% of my trades. So go back, journal, find what was good, find what was bad, and start to eliminate the bad. So I don't think it's necessarily a thing to do with should I trade currencies, this or that. I think firstly start journaling, and firstly make sure that you've got your strategy knuckled down. Here in the educational section as well, I've got my trading plan right here. This is my trading plan for all of you, available right there. Just gonna wait for it to load. I don't know why it's waiting so long to load, but check the Discord. I just want to see, thank you for reminding me in a minute. It's been a minute, so let's just go to Hang Seng down 0.68, JSE up 0.3% on the day, so very tricky flow. While we've got Asia flowing bearish, actually just want to see what the Nikkei did overnight. Let's quickly check the Nikkei. Nikkei closing relatively flat overnight. I don't know, maybe I took the wrong one here. Let's quickly see if we can. NI20, there's it. Minus 0.3. So Asia flows being negative. So technically we should continue with that. NASDAQ, interesting. Let's quickly jump back to NASDAQ. No bottom wick. How can we execute on this? Alright, in a minute I'll tell you what. We've taken Asia highs, we've barely taken Asia lows. A setup that will work well here on the 5 minute is if we can push up, we come back down, we create some type of support here, we push back up again and we break that support. If we can get something like that, I'm willing to take some shorts here with you. So let's keep that on the radar. It is Monday, however, is technically the first day of the new month. Even though it's the second, it's the first trading day of the new month, so order flow could be tricky. Chris, will you consider buys on GJ at the half round number? Thank you for reminding me of that. So as mentioned, Nila, I'm waiting for this daily pivot level, half round number, maybe not. I would love, it's so close to the pivot, we can just as well wait. So I'm in a buy now, targeting the higher liquidity. Oh shit, I think I should close then and wait. No dude, follow your plan. Follow your plan, don't let me, because this thing is pushing bullish. Technically it has broken structure to the upside, so don't go on what I'm saying. Just for me, my bias is bearish, but it's not saying that this thing can push all the way up to the daily R1 level. So please don't let me confuse you or deter you from your trading plan. Got you, thanks. Can you share the indicator? It is literally accumulation distribution. This one here, as kicker, if you can see it there, that is the one from Hasha.imperial accumulation. So maybe pause it here, take a screenshot. No DW about it, just wanted to see your point of view, and thank you again, you're amazing, bro. No, it's a pleasure, man. All I'll say is that if it is gonna push bullish, you just want to see it hold Asia highs. Nila, I see this. My only thing is, like, if we take a half round number buy, we are 12 pips away from the daily pivot. It can run from here, but I would ideally love to get it here. And also, we've already taken Asia highs and we failed to hold Asia highs, so that makes it a little bit tricky for me. Even pound USD, like, we've now tested Asia lows, but we've had this big push above, rejecting the daily pivot. So remember, we are still bearish on the day. Remember, we mentioned that we are bearish to potentially come and retest these lows. So I would have loved for it to hold the weekly pivot. So if we can get back above the round number, it's only 10 pips from here, guys. We're not missing out on much, but this makes it a higher probability trade above the round number, because then our moving averages are also going to start crossing bullish again. So as much as I want to feel that dopamine hit, that adrenaline of pulling the trigger, I can't. Honestly, we have to take good setups. And Neil, this isn't a bad setup. I see what you're seeing. You're waiting for this 5 minute to break that structure there to the upside, and then 10 pips later you've got the Asia highs. But let's see, daily is bullish on this due to the fact for that wick fill. We've already tested that area there on the daily time frame, rejected it. 182.80. Neil, tricky. How do you feel about it? weekly is still bearish. It's actually a mixed bag, but I'm going with bearish for a deeper pullback. Chris, it looks like GU is gonna give the same play as Friday. What was the play on Friday, Nila? I didn't trade GU on Friday. You're talking about the shorts or the longs? Let's quickly look at Friday. Guys, I'm just gonna run to the toilet real quick. Let's short it out. Chris, it looks like GU's yeah. How do you set up Asia highs and lows? So Zamani, what I do is I use my 5-minute time frame, and I use from 1 o'clock South African time UTC +2. I don't know if you can see that. Let me just try and pull it up. But anyway, my time zone, wait, there it is, UTC +2 or GMT +2. So from 1 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock in the morning, I define that as my Asia range, and then I just use the flat bodies, not the wicks, the flat bodies, because that's where price opened and closed, and I just delineate that as my Asia range. So that becomes my Asia range that I use. GJ for me looks better than GU. Thursday, sorry. Alright, let's quickly look at the setup. Thursday, alright, so let's just get some more pivots on here. Let's do a look back on the pivots. Let's go back to Thursday. Alright, I see you, Neil. Break the Asia lows, come back above. The only thing here was though that we didn't clear Asia highs. We continuously rejected Asia highs. It wasn't a case like we've had now where it broke through to come back. That is my only concern with GU at the minute. I think the order block guys were all over this, because this, even if I was trading order blocks, this is as clean as they get. Thursday, Keeks, give us a double bicep, GU Asia low rejection, key level, weekly pivot and Asia range. Yeah, Nila, that's why I think if we can wait for this, much better setup. I'm not going to mess around with it here at the bottom. We can patiently wait for it, and GJ, if we can test the daily pivot, then break above, more than happy to take it. Other than that, NASDAQ, what is NASDAQ doing? Alright, we'll monitor that. And then German 30. Alright guys, I'll be back in a minute. I'm gonna head over to Keegan's chart. Keegs, show the guys what you are looking at.
You're putting the pressure on me now, eh? But no, guys, I'm basically looking at EJ. What else was it? There was a few setups I was looking at. So EU, I do also like. If we come back to this weekly key level, then we can find some support here. I will look to go long here, but the only thing is, the dollar seems to be finding its strength again now, so that's the only thing. I'm just going to keep an eye on the two of those. So obviously we have EJ. EJ is nice, but it just hasn't been moving as lately. So I'd rather try to go for GJ, because as I mentioned last week, for me GJ and EJ were kind of like very, very hand in hand, looking like very two similar pairs. So again, might look to do something like this, come down, have this daily key level, maybe even break a bit below, find support, come back up, and ride it all the way back up to R1. So that's something I would look for now. Might only play out in the next like 30 minutes or so, unless we get some big volume all of a sudden, but that is something I'll be looking at. GU, GU is also nice because we are literally rejecting off a daily key level. My only thing is at this time there isn't much volume, so all that volume is going to come in the afternoon, and there is some news for the dollar, so it would be quite risky trading this. So if we were still hanging around this point by the afternoon, I wouldn't like to take it. But if you are a bit riskier, you like living life on the edge, you could do something literally like that. Put it under these lows here, if you can see equal lows, just so that you've got some there, and you literally can target all the way to the highs there, guys, because literally it has to go back there. But that's something you can look at then. I mean, that would be a massive trade, but like I say, that's if you've got the balls to do that. I see a message going through. Neil Keys, I wanted to short gold now, missed the entry but was busy with GJ analysis. What's your take on gold? I'll go back over to gold quickly. I am wanting to short gold. Yeah, so obviously we took the lows. Now that's the only problem I have with this already, guys, is we took the lows already this morning. We came back up above Asia lows, wanted to go to Asia highs, which we failed to retest, and now we're back hanging around this again. So personally, I don't like this because you're just sitting at the lows already the whole day, and Chris and myself both mentioned this can come all the way back up. Maybe not even if it gets here, might only get to here, but I definitely think you're going to have Asia highs retested. So it can be basically New York open, you can get that big push and come back. So with gold, guys, you have to keep in mind gold is a waiting game at the moment, because when you do look at it in the bigger scheme of things, there is no real like true structure here, and you are kind of in no man's land. So where we are right now, literally I have to go to the daily, otherwise we're going to scroll forever. You will see it's literally no man's land. So when eventually this volume comes in, this is going to pump one way or the other, and you obviously don't want to be on the wrong side of it. So this is a game where you're just going to have to wait, and I feel you either get that perfect entry that you want, or otherwise just sit it out. It's not worth losing money, guys. You literally, it's the start of the week, you can still trade. So for me, like I said, if I don't get a pullback to somewhere around here, I probably won't take gold today. And yeah, Paul is speaking this morning or this afternoon, I think at 5 o'clock. Whenever that uncle talks, there's always trouble in the markets.
For the guy that was talking about NASDAQ, so yeah, you can clearly see what I meant about the Asia highs. Am I gonna? No, I don't know. Are we gonna short this? Give us a double bicep. I don't know what's going on. I don't know the backstory. Weekly pivot and Asia high key levels. I don't like how the EMAs are trading on GU. Same year, Neil. I would need a very strong break here, like something really showing intention. Gigs, I wanted to short gold now. Mr. Entry was busy with GJ analysis. What's your take on gold? Obviously, Keegan gave his analysis, and I think the entry that Nila was talking about is this. I wanted something similar like this on NASDAQ, some type of little double bottom. Thanks so much. And I think this is what Neil was referring to. Trading it to that first R1, S1, that is a setup that we teach, or not teach, it's a setup we take. Also, you've got this double bottom here that is liquidity, and usually if you've got bottoms like that, they want to get tapped. Ask Keegan, when we were younger, bottoms were there to be
You know, you say that now, I don't know why that made me think of it. And I was watching this other video, and it was like, yeah, dating in primary school was brutal. A chick would dump you just because another guy would ran faster than you.
So double bottoms being tapped. Guys, only tap your wife's bottoms, but hi guys, it's Paul speaking this afternoon. Important Fulmar, I think he is speaking. However, We already had FOMC. The big thing, I don't think the market's going to take too much out of it. I think NFP and then obviously the PMIs later today.
Yeah, I was gonna say we have PMI at 2:30 and then Powell speaks at 5 o'clock.
Nila, is this the one that you are referring to? Is this your gold setup? Just say yes or no. And yeah, just a big shout out to Neil. Like I mentioned, I've been working with Neil for quite some time, and he's getting on the stage where we're seeing exactly the same thing. He's trading well, he's doing well as price rejecting. Yes, nice, especially double ones. But anyways, guys, let's not get deterred from the job at hand. Yeah, pound, yen, gold, there she goes. So only two things gonna happen here, guys. Always remember that session highs, session lows. You're either gonna get massive volume coming in here to slice through that level, or what it's going to do is it's going to fake out the sellers, can do something like this, quick push down and then come back to hold it. So just be aware, session.
Yeah. Keep in mind, like we spoke about this I think a few times last week, guys, but gold is literally making equal lows again. So eventually when this breaks, this thing is just going to collapse.
Alright, DXY testing daily pivot back at Asia highs. I don't think this is going to bode well for the indices. That's going to create a lot more bearish pressure on the indices. Sorry, Keeks, you wanted to say something?
I was going to say, yo guys, just for the guys that are in that gold trade, if gold doesn't break through now, would basically put my money on it that is going to turn around, it's going to go get liquidity and that strength higher up, and then later this evening or afternoon it will come down for those equal lows again.
Yeah, I would say give it at least 2 5-minute candles. You can do something here where you've got, say, a small bullish body, something like this. You can definitely get something like that happening here. Let's do it correctly to show you guys. You can get something like that where it will push up, will create a top wick for that 5-minute, and then the next one will drive up again, and you can get something like that happening. You can get something like that happening as well. So just be aware. So I would say give it some time, at least 2 5-minute candles. If it creates a little bullish body like that, the next candle create a top wick and then flush it. Because what is this bullish candle doing? Again, retail sees a triple bottom. They want to buy it, and obviously the market wants to create the most hurt for the most traders possibly. So triple wants to, guys, thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate all the support. Thank you guys for joining the Discord. Thank you for joining us here every day. I'm still going to be on stream for a little bit. It is Monday. Markets are very close to some of our levels of interest, so do not go anywhere. I think we've hit our highest concurrent viewers for not having a guest today. We peaked at 50. So really appreciate that, guys. Gigs, I think that's our highest without having a guest.
Yeah, without a guest, yeah, I'd say that's probably our highest.
I think we peaked at 69 with the guest, but that's obviously a lot of other guys coming from the guesses community, but in terms of just organically, 50 definitely our highest, so really appreciate that, guys. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for believing in us, in what we do, and yeah, I try and provide as much value as I can every single day. And I'm not perfect, guys, so please note I'm not the perfect trader, far from it, but I will always be as transparent as possible, and I cannot hide anything. I'm trading live here in front of you guys. We're taking trades live, so I cannot bullshit anyone that's on the streams. So the stuff that I say, the stuff that I share is all there for you guys to go back and watch it. So there's no hiding here. We've not deleted one stream from when we started streaming. Everything is still there. Daniel Savage, for instance, when he streamed, at one stage there wasn't even, he was streaming, but there's no streams because he was trading so cock. He had to delete every stream because it was hurting his business. So can't hide, that's the thing. ICT talked about the inefficiency on daily. Nas, can you look it up, the inefficiency on the daily, to the upside or to the downside? ICT can also make something simple very complicated. So ICT is downside inefficiency. All right, I think ICT is referring to this fair value gap right here. That inefficiency here has already been filled. If you think about it, that technically right there, that inefficiency has been filled. So I think it's talking about this. And if you go on the weekly time frame, yeah, there's the fair value gap on the weekly time frame. So 50% of that, that is what ICT most probably is referring to. Nothing against ICT. A lot of the stuff, or not a lot, some of the stuff I use is from his curriculum, but also it makes it very difficult to trade. Very few profitable ICT traders. One that I know personally is, we must still get him on. Keeks ask Caitlin, we should chat to Joshua. Ask him, Joshua Khumeri, when he can come on. I did ask him. So Josh, he's one of the few guys that traded successfully, but he only trades one. He trades one profile. He's not trying to catch everything. He's trading one single profile, and that's the market maker, buy and sell model. He also doesn't trade a lot, trades very seldom, but when he trades, it's a good trade. But yeah, I've taken what I can from ICT and I've used it. There is a lot of value in what it teaches, but I think some of the guys get overwhelmed in the profiles, where I most probably would say the best thing that I've taken away from ICT is the Asia high and the Asia low. That is most probably the golden nugget for me out of everything. But believe me when I tell you, that man can put you to sleep. If you have to watch his videos, that man can put you to sleep. I actually watch his videos in 2.5x just to run through it. Keeks, you've never delved into ICT, eh?
Nope. Not be my style there.
Yeah. you can honestly, all right, there she goes. I would have, if I was in gold, that is where I would have taken profit. That is a nice 40 pip S1. You are done and dusted. Can you explain the Asia high and lows one more time just to see how it works in a minute? It is two horizontal lines which I use from 1 o'clock in the morning UTC +2 or GMT +2 to 6 o'clock in the morning. This is your Asia range. This comes from ICT. He uses the wicks, I just use the bodies. I delineate it with two horizontal lines. As you can see, Asia highs, Asia lows. And for the most part, if you go onto the Discord link, you will see that I mentioned that these are key points that you want to trade from. So either you want to be buying from the Asia lows. If you are bullish, that's ideally what you want to do. So after, let's say I was bullish on the day, I love to see some type of manipulation below the Asia lows, and then for price to come back inside of the Asia range and then hold the Asia lows, because then this becomes the fake out, or what do they call it, the accumulation, manipulation, distribution, whatever that power of 3 thing is that it talks about. And then I would want to buy something similar to what we had on Friday. We were trading, according to my strategy, we were trading above the 200 on the EMA. This is the 5-minute time frame. We were trading above the daily pivot. The daily pivot was here somewhere, and we took the trade as soon as we had to retest. So this was GJ Friday. GJ took the Asia lows. It traded back inside of the Asia range. We had 2 retests on the Asia low. We had the break of structure. This was during news, and on the pullback of this next 5-minute candle, we executed our trade targeting the Asia highs. We took a 1.3% and we were out. So that is as simple as it gets. So in a minute, be sure to go back on some of the streams and you will see what I'm talking about. Gold eating TP at S1. I'm the new Keegs now. Keegs, what is this man talking about? He is the new Keegs.
Man's gonna start a little competition here. We'll see, you caught 40 pips. We'll see, I'll double it this afternoon for you.
Partials at 37 pips on gold, align with my charts. Thanks guys, great confluences for that trade. Yeah, that was actually, I just need to honestly stop being a pussy and start trading gold again. But I've absolutely...
Chris, I don't get him. The man will trade USD, NAS, everything, but terrified of gold.
I don't know, I've got a mental block. I honestly have a mental block. Like, the strategy works, Neil has been killing it with it, but I don't know. I must honestly get back into it. In a minute, how has ICT been working for you? I honestly feel that it is quite... Look guys, there's people trading it very well. Hannah FX, a very transparent trader as well. Hannah FX, she literally just trades the Judah swing. Hannah Forex, so she's been trading the Judah swing. It's all she trades, literally one setup. Judah swing, waits for the Asia highs to be taken, waits for a shift in structure, takes the trade off the OTE. One simple setup. I think Casper SMC also shared a very easy ICT one. Ethan Garland, is it Ethan Garland? It is Ethan Garland, eh?
Yeah, Garland.
Ethan Garland also shared a very mechanical ICT setup. Garland.trader. We must still get him on as well. Ethan mentioned that he will join. Just follow up with him. Garland.trader. He also said he wants to come on. Also putting in a lot of work. One of the few guys that I know that can pull off the bold look, but I think it's due to the fact that that beard complements the bold look. But yeah, also very, very nice guy. He's Ethan Garland, keen to get him on as well. We were supposed to have Jay on this Friday. We couldn't get Jay on. I think he's in Joburg. One thing about Jay, he's very transparent. He can't trade, but his admin is terrible. Keeks, his admin and time management. Are we going to talk a little bit about strategy, Keeks?
Yeah, now we can go over some strategy. I think maybe some tips on like what I did to basically change from being a trader to becoming a profitable trader. And yeah, just break it down nice and simple for you guys.
Listen, Hein wasn't here at the previous combine, or was he?
Nah, he was away.
Oh yeah. Hein, we would appreciate you if you can just grant us your presence here, Hein van Deventer. I don't think Hein is in the chat anymore. If you guys see Hein, tell Hein we also want him here this Friday.
I mean, he might still be in the chat. He's the same as Jay. He's also late for everything. So
yeah,
just give him a few minutes to reply.
Or what's going to happen is you're actually going to see him in the next 5 minutes. Somebody knock at the door and he's going to come and eat his oats here, leave his bowl here, wait for that oats to form a crust, like a hard crust. He doesn't wash his bowl. And I think he still takes your protein as well, Keeks.
No.
Does
at least he brings his own.
I can almost guarantee you, if you phone Hein now, he's on his way here to the office, coming to eat his protein here. Then he doesn't have to do the dishes at home. He leaves it for us.
Well, some great guys in the trading community.
The only rule is if you eat something here, just wash your plate and your dishes. But I'm an absolute rebel, just refusing to submit to any authority. That's the problem with traders. They can't handle it.
The same thing, yeah. We all park outside here, and then that man was to rock up here with a diesel. He just didn't get the memo.
Mondre, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a booking system again. I don't want as many people as last time, just purely logistically it becomes a little bit difficult. I also think like a smaller group is more intimate, because some of the guys I think had a lot of questions, but they feel shy or a little bit overwhelmed. So I think a smaller group, we can rather do weekly ones. We actually talked about it in the office to have it as a standard. Every Friday we'll do a session combined with, say, trading the open with you guys. So we just need to get all of that content out. Unfortunately, it does take time and effort to shoot the content, to edit it, to get it out. We would love to just pump out the content, but obviously there's some stuff that's critical and some stuff that's not that critical.
I just thought, Chris, do you have a tattoo?
Yeah, I've got 2.
Okay. You make the cut. I was just thinking now, all good traders have tattoos. Even if it's a small one, but they have one.
Is that hypothesis statistically tested, or is it just a narrative you've created yourself?
It's a bit of both, but I mean, if I go off the top of my head, like straight off the bat, you name like traders, they all have a tattoo or tattoos. Like even if you sit here now and you just think off the top of your head, like it's actually hard to think of one that doesn't.
Now I've got a big one on my leg, the one that my wife actually wanted to divorce me. I asked her, I said I've got this one when I was first year in university here on my arm, and then I wanted to get one on my leg that was that I really wanted. It's basically I don't know if you've seen it, but it's a lion. The one side is like a realism side, and the other one is like this almost digital lion with the Alpha Omega sign, and then at the bottom where it says Yeshua, King of Kings, Lord of Lords, and basically coming back to that thing of Jesus being the Lion of Judah. Also that verse that says you are now therefore a new creation in Christ. The old man has died away and you are now a new creature. So that transformation, and then also God being the beginning and the end for the Alpha and the Omega, and also stating that in life there's a beginning and an end. So I asked my wife multiple times and she didn't give me an answer, and I booked with who I think is very good, EHK. And yeah, went in that morning, I think it was 7:30, came back that night after almost a 9-hour session, and she was sitting in the bath, and I sent her a picture and I said, hey, I got the tattoo. And yeah, I slept in the spare room for about a week. She didn't want to talk to me, and otherwise I would get a lot of tattoos. I like them. I like challenging the narrative of people thinking that if you've got a tattoo you are now this idiotic person or this gangster type dude, but
see you guys Well, there we go. Now we know Chris is a real top G with these gangster tattoos.
Gangster vibes.
I must say, hey, like sometimes Mondays like this, they take the life out of me. The markets have been so dead.
Guys, okay, I'm not gonna short here, so I'm gonna tell you what. If this 5-minute candle US30 on the 5-minute, if we close bullish like this, if we can retest Asia lows, close bullish, and the next 5-minute breaks something like this, I'm going short. I'm telling you guys now, that's my plan. I wanted to short here, but again, we haven't fully retested the Asia lows. We can come back inside of the Asia range. I want to see this retest, and then I'm gonna go short due to the fact that dollar is starting to push higher. As mentioned, that's gonna bear on the indices. And looking at the Asia flows as well, we saw that the Asia flows were bearish. JSE, weirdly enough, holding up 0.3% on the day. When is this thing gonna die? Maybe a little bit later, but that is the setup that I'm waiting for. That is the only setup I see at this stage. If we can get something like this breaking the structure here, I will be in it. So just letting you guys know now already. GU Asia lows breaking below, but can't trade that. Accumulation distribution still above, so not gonna do anything there. USD ZAR was bullish. I was looking at the Asia lows here, not something I wanted to trade. It is a valid setup. If you go on the Discord, this is the setup on USD ZAR. That where it breaks lower and then starts moving higher. Break of structure, you could have taken it there. I only go with like a 35, 38 pip stop, something like this, and you could have targeted your S1, which is up there, your R1, resistance 1. But US30, let's see. Maybe should have taken that, but I'll wait. This for me is not enough, just one break of structure. I like for it to butter that level, and then also we've got this open gap, so that is a true open gap in the markets. Let's see if we can test that Asia low. Can we just pull up? Or okay, I'll chat about where's the office. 189 Cape Road, JC 189. Did you mention something about going high on NAS if it came back in the Asian range? Not high. I mentioned I want to sell it. I would have wanted to sell it here, something similar to what you saw here on gold. That right there. If we had something like that, some type of double top retest break of structure right there, that for me, again, going back to what we show, a reversal sell, something like that. So that is what I was looking at on NASDAQ, but now US30, we could either be the liquidity. I wanted to sell on this pullback. I didn't have the confidence, I'm honest, in that while it was pushing up, I was doubting whether we are potentially going to do something like this, come back inside of the Asia range, and then I was the bottom wick guy, or the guy that's basically selling the lows. So I thought, let's give it some time to rub up against this Asia low, also the daily pivot, and then maybe execute it, because again we've got this open gap, so we've got an advantage point. The accumulation distribution is clearly showing selling going on right here, and we might have missed it, but let's see. We might have missed it. NASDAQ currently the stronger one between the two, holding up 0.36 on the day. Keegs, US30, you're not in, eh? I think this is also one of your key levels, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, Keegs, I don't know. Wait. Sorry, man. Quickly go again.
Hold on, can you hear me?
Yeah, there I can hear you.
I left the micro up.
Sorry.
I was saying, yeah, so US30, I definitely would sell it now as well. If this candle can have almost like a little bit of a pullback, but still close below the previous low, I will sell it, because obviously we have that massive gap that opened up. So if we can close like where we are now, I will then look for that gap fill. Because obviously I always say to people, when there is a gap, 100% it has to be filled, but it's always just a matter of time. So be impatient. But with something like this, if we have taken out the low, there's just a good probability of going to go get that fill that gap again. So yeah, I would love to sell it. Yeah.
I'm personally gonna wait for a retest if we get it. I'm just gonna explain to you guys why I would rather wait for a retest, because look at DXY. We're trading at the high of the session. We've basically trading into R1 right now. We have broken structure to the upside. So this was the trade right here, which I didn't take. I was contemplating while this was forming to try and take a squeeze on it on the pullback of that candle. So makes it a little bit tricky now for me to trade at the session lows. But NASDAQ still within the Asia range. Yeah, a little bit tricky for me. Pound yen also nothing, still just creating bearish order flow. Neil van Westhuizen. Chris, what I started doing from this weekend was to go back in history and journal the trades to see what confluences comes together and train my eyes to look for similar trades. 100%. Visualization is important in trading, and for the most part trading is purely pattern recognition. Tony Robbins talks about it. If you can recognize patterns, you can be successful in anything. That is literally what he said. Anything in life, you can be successful. I think once the JSE starts dying, you'll see the other indices starting to die as well. Right, guys, gonna set some alerts right here. Almost half an hour. I'll maybe stream till 12. It is Monday, is slower, new day of the month. But I want to get my gunpowder wet. 33,613. If we get a retest there. If we can get a nice retest there and DXY pulls back maybe towards this high that got broken, maybe we see something. So that is the wick fall up there. Well, yeah, let me actually post that. That is something. Caitlin, ask Mo to follow up with Elizabeth. Google My Business, still not updated. So just with Tam and Elizabeth, we just need to update that. Yeah, Google My Business. Elizabeth or Tam, just tell them they haven't updated the address. Thank you for that. Well, should have been done already, but Monday, guys, it is tough as nails out here waiting for our setups. Keeks, you don't take that gold trade, did you?
No, I didn't. I backed it, but it's just not my setup. So yeah, just had to stick to my rules, be disciplined. So I had to let it slide, but we'll catch it later.
Yeah, I have to be honest, very ballsy selling a weekly low level. No top wick. Again, as mentioned at the start of the streams, are we going to first go low before going high this week? Think about it in terms of the data already being priced in for Friday. So very likely if it pushes one way, once the data gets released, it's going to go the other way, even if it's bullish for the dollar. I am very bleak about this open gap, but again, I'm human, guys. While I'm seeing the market move, in those seconds, in those minutes, you are contemplating a lot of things. This is a valid setup. This is just a simple trade continuation trade, sell continuation that you see right there. Just a simple break of structure. However, I did not have the coconuts to sell it. Also, due to my mind seeing this big move down, you are thinking about the inefficiencies in there, and our price can easily pull back into that level to come and retest that area. That is why I like to trade close to structure being formed, because in essence all that structure really is for the smart money traders is that structure then becomes like some type of order block. So usually for a lot of times the way we trade is we trade the initial move and then later on the smart money guys will see that as an order block. Now we already in and out of our trade because we traded that break of structure, and now they will go for the secondary sell when it retests. So for the most part, if you break it down to the fundamentals of how we trade, that is what we do. For instance, pound yen on Friday, we traded this area here. We took longs from here. Just show you guys, we took longs from there, and I think later on maybe some smart money guys got killed because this thing just sliced through it. I think this is where your order block trade would have been absolutely crumbled, but again guys, if you have not entered my latest post on Instagram, the giveaway, please check it out. It is live now. Go on my latest post and you will see it. Very simple, you just need to follow myself, Vault Markets P, and the Vault Markets page. I have a Vault Markets trading account, and just email your customer number to info.p@vaultmarkets.trade, and you will get a confirmation email that you have been entered into the competition, and the draw will go live in 2 weeks time. Maybe we do it with a special guest. So basically, to give you the exact date, Friday this went out, so 2 weeks time, not this week, Friday, next week Friday the 13th. We can't do it on a Friday, we'll have to do it on the 12th. Keegs, I don't know if you believe in a bad omen, but we're not going to do the giveaway on Friday the 13th. I think is your mic down? Your mic is down. What is happening here?
Down.
Is it?
Yeah, I was saying, yeah, let's rather not. Let's just play it safe.
So Thursday the 12th, we're not going to do a giveaway on Friday the 13th. So Thursday the 12th, we will be doing the giveaway live on stream. And
for me, that's next week, right?
Yeah, that's next week, Thursday.
Yeah.
We'll do it live, and then we can actually, once we get your details, book your flights for either that. We'll just chat with the winner, see if you have to maybe take a day off from work. If you can't get off, maybe we fly you in over the weekend, but we'll just liaise with that guy or girl. And it's going to be awesome. You'll be joining us here in the office. Feel free to ask whatever you want. We'll also be doing a giveaway of a funded account. Hopefully we've got some merch ready as well. For how long are you streaming, bro? I am waiting for a trade. Usually I only stream till 11 if I don't get a setup. But I'm gonna push it till 12. I'm just gonna wait for a potential retest here. If not, we are calling it a day. O'Neill want to do a gold challenge now.
Okay, Neil, what's the gold challenge?
And then I'm also thinking the first trader to get a payout from the prop firm, we're also going to do something special for that person as well. The first trader to not get funded, but to get his first payout.
You're going to see me trade aggressive next week.
Alright guys, I actually think we are gonna call it a session. I have to get my hair cut, go for a beard shave. If you missed the analysis, please go to the start of the stream. Currently DXY pushing bullish. We mentioned on the weekly time frame we want to go for that wick fill to the upside, already doing it. And I would say later for the session, just monitor your Asia highs, see if we get a retest of Asia highs, and then see if we get some type of continuation. The problem is we're trading at session highs. It makes it very tricky for me now to look at anything, because we are going now into the dead zone of the market. Here from 12 o'clock you usually get the correction, the pullback, and then NYSE will most probably follow what the majority of the London session did. So US30, I didn't have the balls. It's obviously stepping down here. We've had a big move down. For the session later, I'll be monitoring the weekly pivot. I would love if it keeps that gap open, not go and fill it right now. Keep that gap alive, and later on look for some sells in this zone here. That would be ideal. If we already fill the gap to the downside, Asia lows, weekly pivot, these are the two levels that I'll be looking for sells. I will alert you guys in the Discord what I'll be doing. While the 80 is still pushing bearish, I will still be looking for sells, no buys as of yet. NASDAQ also still inside of the Asia range, already took Asia highs, so nothing there for me. UJ, very interesting, just ranging at this stage. I don't have any trades that I want to take, but again, last week Monday this thing literally flew to the upside. Where was it? Monday, yeah, Monday, very similar. I still remember it very fondly that this was Monday last week. I was mentioning how we were trading at the previous weekly high. That was the previous week's high, and yeah, we never got our entry to go long on this. However, this was bullish last week. You can clearly see the 80 go back to last week Monday stream. We actually had alerts set on the Asia highs to get long, didn't give us the opportunity, just ran away with us. Are we going to see something similar today, where it's going to break above the previous weekly high and then start running again? Because the previous weekly high, again, we are now trading literally at it. That was last week's high. So I would say trade with of caution, but Asia high most probably your area of interest, and then the round number 150. big psychological level that you need to monitor to the upside. GJ, I was looking for potential buys right here. We never held that level, starting to break down, bearish. Asia lows, not really interested. It's already late in the session. This was the volume move. I didn't partake in it, but there was your volume from 930 all the way down. This was almost, what is it, 60 pips. That was your volume move. No partaking in that. Gold very nicely breaking to the downside. I would say for NYSE session, Asia lows, that is your area to monitor for sell continuations. GU, I was looking at potential buys if we could have held the Asia high and then break above the round number, which we did not get. Maybe a little bit later, maybe not, nothing there. USD ZAR not interested. Euro USD clearly bearish. I don't know how you could have taken this if you wanted to take that break of structure here below the weekly pivot. How far was it away? 8-9 pips. Maybe if you waited for some type of pullback, I wouldn't have traded it, to be very honest with you. No. German 30 starting to make its way down, rejecting the daily pivot. What is US30? Alright, US30 going for the gap close. That is fine. Still, I will still look at those levels right there. How much is this? 64. NASDAQ, there she blows. Let's just look at the JSE. As mentioned, I think once the JSE starts dying, the rest of the indices will also go. Yeah, there she starts dying as well. But it is Monday, guys. Don't be distraughted by not taking a trade. Not every day is a trade day. Not every day are you going to trade. Again, as mentioned, for somebody earlier asked, how do I become profitable? I mentioned journaling, and I mentioned taking out all of the bad trades, because some of you are actually very good traders. You just need to take out all of the bad trades that's currently mixed with the good trades. So some of you are taking excellent trades, but you've got all of these other little bad trades you just jump into for no reason. So there's some very nice positives in your trading. You just now need to get rid of this. All of those little hits you take in and between in the week, you take say one or two very nice winners, and then you take these little weasels that basically chow at your P&L. Your job now is just to get this out of your trading. You want to focus on the good and you want to eliminate the bad. So some of you, weirdly enough, without you even knowing it, you are not bad traders. You are just jumping into too much unnecessary trades. And I think once you start journaling, like I mentioned, like I'm going to do with all of the trades we take on stream, if you take the time out to journal like this, your trade becomes an idea, it becomes a product, and you take pride in that trade. You need to feel proud of your trade. When you take a trade, you've considered all of the elements in your trade. After you've taken a trade, you should feel proud. Win or lose, this should be something that you're proud of, and you can technically even print this out every month and create a file or put it on a PowerPoint and say like, flip, look at this trade, I managed it, I managed my emotions, I managed the trade well, I waited for the setup. That feels a lot better than just jumping into trades. Hackigs, I don't know how you feel about it, but for me,
it definitely feels better. I think like even I can talk from experience, guys. I used to trade 4 trades every single day. And honestly, when I started cutting them out, again, I feel the journaling and also the back testing, and again, not just back testing as in your strategy, back testing your results and things like that, and you start finding out a lot of more depth into it. You start realizing, okay, I'm not going to trade this time, I'm not going to trade this. If I've seen this play out before, like a certain way, I'm not taking the trade. For example, just like that gold trade, it did play out, but it didn't stick to my rules. I'm not going to take the trade. Someone is something so stupid and so simple, but someone told me before was, trading is so simple, people overcomplicate it. If the trade isn't going to make you money, don't take the trade. And you just got to sit back and really think about that sometimes.
Yeah, so be sure to join the Discord, guys. Be sure to join us every day, Monday to Friday, 8:30 till we should actually take off at 11, because I see a lot of guys jump off at 11, but up until we get a trade, and if there's not anything, we will cut it short. I do share my analysis for the NYSE session. I also share my trades on there. Please note, it is not a signal service. I'm just sharing my trades on there just for a journal for myself, so please do not see it as a signals group. When you enter the welcome channel, please go through the terms and conditions all the way at the top. Is it in the top? I don't know where it is. There it is, terms and conditions of the chat, or not the chat, of the group. So feel free to go through that terms and conditions. It is there for a reason. We want to make sure that everything is compliant, and this is a community group, so there's no financial advice being given. And with that being said, guys, appreciate it. Quite a long stream today. Thank you for everyone that's been sharing it. Hit our top concurrent viewers, 50 viewers, peaking at 50. Beautiful. Really appreciate it. Myself and Keegan. Can't do it without Keegan. Keeps me busy as well, keeps me accountable, and well done to everyone pitching up every single day, improving, backtesting, asking questions, engaging. Again, I'm rooting for all of you traders. Please note that we do this for you guys, and again, thank you to Vault Markets for providing us this opportunity. This was an initiative I discussed with them, and I said, please, let's do something for the trading community, because the trading community is struggling. And that is what we did. Keenan Benjamin, thank you for the value. Chris and Keeks, appreciate it. Appreciate you, man. You guys are the ones keeping us here every day. Again, as mentioned, as always, best part of my day is getting to share the charts, share some insights with you guys. I really do enjoy it. Don't think it is a struggle for me to sit here every day. I really appreciate all of you, and I really enjoy it. I really look forward to every day, and again, it keeps me accountable, it keeps me honest, and I need to make sure that when I'm here every morning that I'm at the top of my game, that I am ready to execute, because you guys are watching, the other brokers are watching our every move, other traders are watching our every move. So I need to make sure that we keep a clean slate and that I give as much value as I can, and hopefully you guys find that value in what we're doing. We haven't had any bad feedback. Maybe we haven't made it that big yet, but most probably the negative comments will come. Keeks, appreciate it, man.
Always good, always good.
You feeling positive for the week? Ready to kill it?
I've got some good feelings, eh? I mean, for me in past, October's actually always been a very good month for me. So I'm excited for it.
But you're rested, energized, you've got your plan for the week, you've got your goals for the rest of the year, for this last quarter. I hope you guys have got your plan set out. Don't be that guy that watches other people win into the end of the year. Don't wait for New Year's resolutions. You can start today. I think it was Dwayne Johnson that said, change it from one day to day one. And I need to change my gym schedule from one day to day one. That will most probably be a positive one. But guys, appreciate all of you. We will see you guys tomorrow, 8:30 till 11. Follow Keegan on Instagram. Join the Discord. Giveaway on the 12th of October. You guys will meet a female pro bodybuilder here as well. So maybe it's a female that wins it. You're not just going to walk away with a good trading experience. She's actually going to give you a meal plan as well. From, is it Nero Bodies, eh? Nero Bodies?
Yeah, Nero.
Nero Bodies. Just a phenomenal company. All about results. Shot, guys. See you tomorrow. Keeks. Outro song.
Peace and love, guys.
No, outro song. Just going with what we've got.
Which one we go with?
Give it to me. Give it to me. Outro song. What do you guys want? Connor McDonald. Shot, James. Appreciate your time. Appreciate you, Connor. Cole Mangan. Oh, Cole, just holding the fort down for almost 3.5 hours. Cole, what a ledge. Cole Mangan, guys.
Yo, I know, I got it.
You have it. Give it to me.
We can go with Praise God by Kanye West.
Here we go. Here we go. Guys, see you tomorrow. And with that.